I think this game has a zombie problem. Hey everybody, it's Six again. I know you're getting tired of these intros. Anyway, we're on stage number 4, Desperate Times. Alyssa escapes.
Yes.
This time I'm taking Kevin with me, and I think I might take Yoko.
Okay.
I've done this stage a few times and I've lost a few times because I just couldn't gather all the materials I need, so I think I'm going to drag Yoko along with me on this one. So anyway, this stage is actually in the Raccoon City Police Department, one of the most iconic places in Raccoon City.
There
Let's
should be a
see what's
ventilation
going
tunnel
on.
on the ground.
And that'll get us out of here?
It should, but it's so narrow you might be the only one who can fit through.
So I'll get help and come back, right? Looks like it's a race against time.
Now that we've lost communications, there's nothing else we can do. All right, everyone. We've got to hurry up and find a way into that tunnel. It's going to be our way out of here.
So it's Alyssa and the crew's job this time to find 5 plates that go into the statue in order to raise the statue up so that the police officer Rita, the one with the southern accent, can crawl into in order to get far enough away to get back up to come and get the survivors. Oh yeah, I forgot Kevin has a 45. So I think that's the only time I've ever remember seeing bullets on this stage for him specifically. But okay, so we got the memo here. The 5 plates, like I mentioned, 5 different colors. They gotta get lined up onto the statue, and then it opens up for us, and that's when the ending pretty much starts. So this is our journey into the iconic Raccoon City Police Station. Leon, if you can hear this, don't come here. Well, actually, Leon, if you can hear this, I guess you gotta come here. In order to have everything fall into place the way it did, we wouldn't have got such a crazy franchise if he didn't show up. But anyway, Alyssa, tough as nails, just hard-nosed reporter dealing with this stuff again like she usually does with her rough attitude. And I don't think really she's rough. I think she just had it up to here as far as everything that's been going on. So yeah, that's pretty much Alyssa right now. So we're just going around finding these plates. I'm actually looking for my teammates too because I need Yoko to hold some stuff for me. So we'll see what goes on. But as far as this run that I went through, goodness, I'm bleeding. Hopefully it stops pretty soon. But as far as this run goes, I did this one a few times, but honestly, this stage isn't as large as it looks in comparison to the other stages. I think it's slightly larger than the previous stage I did, but not as large as the subway stages and the university. It's not as large as those. It's like in the middle. But the cool thing about it is just that the police station is just so recognizable. Everybody knows the police station. If you play Resident Evil in the series, you know the police station. So it's pretty cool. This guy is on my back. So in this stage, when I do this run, I don't get everything in order to complete the stage, honestly. But I do want to actually mention some of the stuff. Okay, here's a plate. So I need that plate and 4 more in order to get towards the end. So, and I have to gather everything because this stage, the way this is structured is basically get the 5 plates, and then not unlock the ending, but you basically unlock the opportunity to complete the stage. So that's what happens. You get to the end and you have to defeat a certain amount of zombies in order to trigger the ending. So this is more of a stage where you have to gather as many resources as you can to destroy the zombies. So that's basically what your goal is. Find the plates, find enough ammunition and weapons, get to the end with as many teammates as possible. They'll help you defeat the zombies. then you get the ending. So this is that type of stage. There's no boss or anything. The boss is actually the large influx of zombies you'll have to deal with until I guess the game considers it enough to complete the rush, and then you can finish the stage. Oh, that's right. This one is locked on the inside. So yeah, I gotta take the long way around. So as far as I remember, because this is the normal playthrough, I'm trying to remember where all the plates are. I know one of the plates I have, there's a plate inside that office that I just ran past. Also in there's a note from Marvin, one of the most iconic NPCs in Resident Evil, Will Smith, as you may remember him by. Okay, that's unlocked too, so in case Kevin and Yoko need to go through. But yeah, Marvin, he was actually reading a report from Chief Irons, who actually ends up being a villain. So there's a lot going on. Also, you have to deal with the situation with the gas chambers. They release timed gas and it makes your virus gauge go up. So you gotta be extremely careful because even though the stage isn't huge, get out my way. Even though the stage isn't huge, your virus gauge, you'll just gradually go up. So you need the time to actually do everything. Even if you're running full speed, you just need the time to be able to move all around and get what you gotta get. Also, the difficulty in this stage isn't determined by the difficulty of the enemies, it's more of the influx of enemies. The volume of enemies that they send at you makes it more difficult because then you have to determine, okay, let me tell you about this part too. There's a lot of areas where you're going to be able to go to in order to get resources, and this is one area, so just keep that in mind if that's what you decide to do. I didn't use it for my run, I got lucky, so I didn't too much use those things. So as you'll see in this run right here. So this rooftop is another area. It has some nice items up here that you can use. Ah, here's Kevin. What's up, Kevin? So that's not like Kevin. Kevin will help you, but most of the time Kevin is just sprinting everywhere. Look at he can't stay still. He'll just roll out, but he'll help you if he needs to.
Alyssa.
He'll look out for you, especially when it comes to defeating the enemies. He'll have your back. Like I rock with Kevin. He's cool. Also, looking for the extra items after the plates. That gate I just said previously, you'll get a padlock key right towards before the battle starts. So you have to take that padlock key all the way up there, unlock that gate. Inside that gate, there should be wooden planks to put up against the boards for preventing too many zombies coming out while you're in the final battle. There's so many things you can find besides just the basic items you get. Like you'll get a few handguns here and there, but I found like you can actually get like a bunch of stuff. There's multiple Magnum handguns. There's, if I'm not mistaken, at least 2 shotguns. There's a submachine gun. There's just so much stuff you can use for that final battle, but you really gotta look for it. That plate, you have to push, of course, the chest all the way across in order to get it. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a Magnum in that other safe up top, up there. I think there is, but I personally, to complete this stage, I grabbed, I think, a couple of handguns, if I'm not mistaken. I know I had one for myself, one for Yoko.
Hey!
I think I gave one to Kevin, and I kept a Magnum, and he found a shotgun. Because if you use Kevin in this stage, if you use him yourself, you can actually go to the living quarters for the officers, and you'll see a locker room. And inside the locker room, you'll see one of the lockers has Kevin's name on it, and he can access it himself. He'll grab it, and he'll have a shotgun in there. And I think there's at least one case that I remember seeing of shotgun bullets, so you can grab that throughout the stage. So yeah, it'll help you definitely in the final battle. And as you'll see in this, he looked out because he was able to take out some of the enemies for me as well. I see Kevin has one of the plates too. I discovered that one of the areas, oh, there he is right there. He's literally just watching. Anyway, I discovered that one of the areas in the basement, oh boy, here's this part. Look, you can see her. She's actually looking at the threat, and it's a liquor. But the crazy thing about this stage is on normal, there's only one liquor, and it's right in this area. So if you're fast enough, you actually won't even have to deal with it. Now, don't rely on that on hard, very hard. It might be way worse than what you think. But in this area right here where I'm at, in the autopsy room, if I'm not mistaken, or the morgue, there's a vent in the back where you have some zombie hands that grab at you. I think there's a plate there. It's in this room. But I think Kevin picked it up already. So the NPCs, your teammates might actually grab it before you if that's where they start. And I think that's what he did. So he picked that one up. So he has one from that area. You'll find one inside the safe after you get the code in that room that I pointed out. The one where the chest is at, where you have to push it to the other end. You climb up on top of that, and there's a plate in there. Ben, you actually run into him. Another character from Resident Evil 2 lore, the one that meets with Leon and Ada Wong. He's in one of the holding cells, and you have to give him a secret file that you find in the game to get a plate too. So that would be all 5. The first one you find, the one that you get that I got from Kevin that was in the autopsy room, the one on top in the safe, the one on top of the shelf.
Hey!
And
Alyssa! Hey, you!
there's one more. Oh yeah, inside the interrogation room with the double glass, the one that I went in earlier. So that will be all the plates. It's just a matter of just traveling around and finding them, unlocking doors to get certain access, and that should be pretty much it. Once you do that, then you can alert Marvin, because Marvin and Rita are in the front lobby. Rita will go through the tunnel, that's a question I have too. Hopefully somebody can answer this in the comments. That tunnel that she goes through, he said it takes about an hour to get through there. I'm like, well, what's the point of that? How does that work? Because they said it like transports different things. When it used to be a museum, it can transport back and forth. So would it lead to like a museum warehouse, and then she can like get to the police from there? But my thing is, what are you transporting through there? Is somebody crawling through there with them, or is it like, I don't understand how that would work. That's just so weird. And why wouldn't it be larger? Because I mean, how do you transport larger exhibits like through? Anyway, I guess I'm thinking too deep into that, but yeah, it just didn't make sense to me.
Alyssa, thank you.
But anyway, back to the stage. This is the stage. Basically, I would suggest that not only do you make sure your teammates have weapons to defend themselves, but try to put some items in this area for the last battle. Not the area in the front, in the side. Like this area right here, where I'm walking, not there, because that gets closed off in the final battle. But anywhere past this area, in the front door and around the corner. try to put some items. Like I tried to drop some fully mixed herbs, some bullets and stuff like that, because you're gonna need them for the quota of enemies you have to take care of, and you want to be able to have a backup to, to heal yourself in case you get into a jam, something to give to your teammates. Your teammates are going to be running back and forth and trying to help you anyway, but you're going to need as much help as possible. So it would be a good idea to just, store some stuff here, because you don't have to come out here and grab anything, because they really honestly give you a lot of health items. This is normal mode. They give you enough to where it's manageable. They give you bullets and stuff. But my suggestion would be just don't use your bullets. I've seen some wooden beams, iron pipes, stuff like that sitting around. Just use it to smack a zombie and run past it, because there's not going to be too many choke points where you get stuck. As long as you're healthy, you should be able to get around them. So I would suggest just doing that. Save your bullets as many as you can. Don't use your special weapon bullets. If you happen to come across a Magnum, don't use them until the end. Remember, Magnum bullet can destroy a zombie with one hit, so that's one off your quota. Shotguns, take a couple shots. And also, Alyssa, she has the bonus of being able to do the pot shot stance, where you hold the fire button down before you shoot, or the aim button down before you shoot. So take advantage of that as long as you're in the area where you can actually maneuver around. Also, don't forget too that you can walk and shoot in this game. That's one thing that a lot of people kind of forgot since it's Resident Evil. It's not something that's really all that common, except in the more recent games. So that definitely don't forget that. Also, I just unlocked that door so I can circle back around. So yeah. So here's where you put the plates. That unicorn medal comes in handy towards the end, because you can go back to where that spot was at in the beginning that I showed you, where the hole was at in the wall, and there's going to be a health item and a magnum. So that'll definitely help you at the end. See, there's multiple handguns here. There's one in the very beginning when you start that you can grab. So that's 2 right there. You can give one to Yoko.
Alyssa!
There should be another handgun where the garage is at. You can give that one to Kevin, because he has a 45, but he also needs another sidearm, because he runs out of bullets with his 45. But there's a lot of stuff they get, which the thing is, you're going to need it because there's so much stuff. Also, a couple things too. When Rita goes through the special tunnel, she opens up that spot where she's typing at to go to the computer. If you go back to that computer, you can access the garage metal gate. It'll open, so you can press the button when you go in there, and it'll open up, and there's items in there. There's also some before the boss battle starts. There will be film that you can find throughout. I think there's about 4 of them throughout the stage. You can give them to Ben, and he gives you special items too. Like he'll give you recovery items, health items, and weapons. So if you have the time to do that, and your virus gauge isn't so high, or your teammates are okay, I would suggest looking for that too, to give yourself an extra boost for the end. So that'll definitely help you. So look out for the film after. Check that safe up top. There's a special key that you'll need, that you'll have to find to open that safe, the second safe, and get some items out of there. There's a lot of different things all around the stage that if you take the time out to actually find them, if you're fast enough and if you have the health, it doesn't hurt to go get them. Like right here, there's a plate, but also if you push that safe, the chest back to where it's at, you'll push it back to where you can access a safe on the other side, as long as you have the key for it, and it'll give you an item in there. So I would suggest doing that if you have the time for that too. But
Alyssa,
honestly, I was able to complete this with just Yoko and Kevin having enough ammo and weapons. He grabbed the shotgun, I grabbed the Magnum. We had a few handguns, and we just basically just went to work on what was there, and we were able to pull it out and got the ending. So I mean, it's not impossible, but it does make it a bit easier. So there's that. Also, we're still continuing to look for the plate. So let's see how Alyssa and the crew are doing right now.
Alyssa! Hey, you!
Right.
Hey!
Ali, right. Come over here. Alyssa.
Just doing a little bit of wandering around, but I actually have to find this passcode. Believe it or not, those canisters, I'm telling you, they come in handy for when you gotta get stuck in a quick jam. But also there's a little desk you can use for her lockpick. I won't use it right now though, because I'm actually pretty much running. But you can use a lockpick. I think there's a burst handgun in there. So they give you a few weapons, but yeah, it definitely comes in handy. There's also a kennel around here that I hate to go through, so I usually don't. But there's items in there that you might need, special items. I think there's film in there and the key, if I'm not mistaken, that you can use to get some extra stuff to help you out. But I usually don't go in there because I usually get stuck with the dogs, and they kind of give me way too much damage than what I'm actually looking for, which is 0. But
Right.
okay, cool. Yoko has the. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can help Kevin because sometimes he can't help himself.
Hey!
I'm
Alyssa!
going to
Come
see if
on.
I can reload
Hey, you!
his magazine for him, because that 45
Hey!
auto does come in
Alyssa!
handy when he's using it.
Hey, you!
And he's constantly running around, so I know he's dealing with enemies. So I'll just do this for him real quick. Combine those, boom, give that back to him. He can load it up
Hey!
on his own whenever he
Alyssa!
feels like it,
Let's move!
and he should
Hey,
be
you!
set. Also, I make sure they stay with some health items, because I know usually Kevin, he'll hold his as long as possible before he uses it. So it's good to try to keep your teammates at least as organized as possible. I think there's shotgun shells around here somewhere. Yeah, so I think what Kevin will do is he'll come back and grab that, because I think that's what he did. Oh, this dude came out of nowhere. I think that's what he did on this stage. He actually grabbed them. So I think this is a secret file. So I have to go back to Ben in the holding cells,
Hey!
give that to him,
Right.
and he'll give me a plate. So, okay, what do you have? Oh, thank you. Just use that little bit.
Hey!
Alyssa,
And I'll
right.
just keep
Come over here.
this in my hand just in case we need it for when we're traveling. So, okay, so now we just have to find the holding cell. So let's just do a little bit of traveling around here and see if we can find it. I think it's still on this floor. It's just on the other side of the garage.
Caution. Warning. Caution. Warning.
Hey!
Alyssa, right. Come here. Alyssa, thank you.
Also, I think there's a police vehicle that you can actually push in this area to get another item. Oh, okay, so I'm reading this and yeah, it seems like that's the first scenarios. The plan. If you played Resident Evil Outbreak Part 1, the very first stage where you have to go through the city, through the bar and through the sewers into the town square, they actually had like bombs set up to try to blow up the zombies, and that was the plan that somebody just dropped on the floor apparently. But yeah, that is a cool throwback to the old lore, at least in the first stage. Goodness gracious, what's the point of having a stick if I'm not gonna? Well, Yoko did back then, but still, I'd rather her not use all her weapons up. Okay, so let's get this guy out of here. Okay, so let's see, that's the kennel. That's where I don't want to go. So let's just, okay, here's the holding cells here. So one.
Hey!
Alyssa, right.
That's crazy. They actually know, like the characters, some of the characters know her. I think out of all the characters, Alyssa might be the one that has the most lore going on. Because I think Alyssa, it may be Yoko too, because since she was a umbrella worker, as far as I know, or at least a scientist or a researcher. So she kind of knew what was going on, but I think it's her and Alyssa mainly have like the most lore. Because I mean, I know Marcus is security guard, Kevin is police officer, but he's not stars though. So maybe he knows them, maybe he doesn't. And Jim is a subway worker. Yeah, I don't think he knows much. And David's a maintenance guy. So, and even Cindy is like everybody knows a little something. I think maybe George might be third since he's the medical doctor. So probably knows about a little bit of stuff, but as far as I think as the main characters go, as far as lore, it's probably just Alyssa and Yoko. But yeah, Alyssa's always been my favorite. She's tough as nails. She seems like out of the characters that would survive, it would be her. So I like following her story. And if I can, I'll see if I can get some tidbits on what happens to her after the game and see if I can include it probably in the final video, or at least like a wrap-up video or something of what happens to her. Alyssa escapes. Hopefully she shows up somewhere in the future. You never know. You never know. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I think in the side room over here, there should be the note that has the safe combination on it. And there should be a police officer already in here just chilling. Yeah, here he is. He's just chilling. A few hours left. Don't be reckless. Of course I'll follow police orders, but the police are trying to eat me, so I don't know. So, okay, here's the police memo. There we go. That's the safe code we need to use in that room, 2236, and there's a plate in there. So that's all we have to do now. Also, a little Easter egg is if you go around that corner, you'll see the liquor crawl up the side of the window. It's just like that iconic scene in the original Resident Evil 2 when you walk past that window and then it crawls up. It's the same thing, only it's just a different game, which is cool. I might do that in the short later on because I really like that part, especially with each character having a different reaction to seeing it. It's just like, what the heck is that? And then you only see it once, which means it's only one liquor, which is crazy, but it's just so funny. All right, so we're in the East office. Inside that office is the safe. And also I noticed on this part, especially around this time of the game, you'll see an influx of zombies coming in, like 2 and 3 zombies in this one spot. So you just got to be pretty quick. Grab what you can grab and roll up out of there. See, there you go. Yoko, we don't have time to trade items. What do you got anyway? Let's see. Hey, nothing important. Okay, let's get out of here. So, go see. Look, this. I know she just came into the room. Okay, I think she's going. I don't have to keep waiting. Let's get up out of here. That last plate should do the trick.
It'll take at least an hour to get through a space this narrow. Use this to keep in touch with me. It doesn't have much range, but the signal should get through if I'm close by.
Leave it to me. I promise I'll be back with help.
Marvin!
Hey, you made it!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm headed your way now. I'll pull the truck up to the front gate, so get everyone together there. I won't be able to keep that position long, so hurry up, okay? I'll contact you again later.
All right, be careful.
All right, so if you go outside, Marvin's out there, and they show the scene where he actually gets bitten, which is kind of messed up because it's basically the beginning of the end for him. But I mean, Marvin, I gotta give a shout out to him. Marvin, he did the thing. He's like one of the most important NPCs in Resident Evil lore. So I'll tip my hats off to him and shout out to him. But yeah, this is after that, you'll see the part where he actually gets attacked, and then he makes an announcement to everybody that they need to get all organized in the front, and the final battle begins. And also, after that happens, oh, no more gas. Come on. Okay. So, after that happens, then you'll be able to access the padlock key to go up to the roof to open up the gate to get the planks. You'll be able to find the film. Use this plate right here. And this is, like I said before, you get the Magnum and you get some spray. which will definitely help. So boom, there you go. Now you got a weapon. 7 bullets on normal mode. You should be able to destroy most zombies with 1 shot. So there's 7 enemies you can take out if you're careful. What is Yoko doing? I should have just ran past. Now it lost my stick. Anyway, yeah, once he actually makes the announcement, then the padlock. Sorry, this gas. The padlock key is accessible. It's on the ground in front of him. The film can be found. You should be able to find at least 1 film outside. The other area, I'm not too sure where the other film are in the game. They're around there somewhere though. There's a couple of other keys to access some other items in the police station you should be able to find. So once that happens, then if you want to get some extra stuff, then I would say just gather all that stuff as fast as you can, because you're going to need the time, seriously, because the virus rate is still going to be going up. You might be able to find some antivirus pellets, but they're few and far in between. I think I only had like maybe 1 or 2 at the most. But as you can see, look at Yoko's. She's got a good amount of health items, so it should be able to help. But it's just like I said, like they just keep throwing zombies at you, so you just have to be careful of maneuvering around them without using too much ammo, and you should be good. So all of this is in prep just for the final battle. Just have as many weapons as possible, as many health items as possible. I'm just going to take a run for it. See, my virus gauge, by the time I get through this, it's probably going to be 40%. Yeah, it's crazy. So if you can get it lower than that and run around, then kudos to you. It'll definitely help. So, okay, so I think I'm pretty much ready to get this party started.
Alyssa, thank you.
Listen up, everyone. Help's on the way. Get to the front lobby.
Yeah, Alyssa cracked me up like she didn't know this was going to happen. Like, huh? There's zombies here? What's going on? Like, shut up. Let's get ready to fight.
Police, hey you!
Yeah, so my advice, if you want to survive this, stick and move, because you can see, as you can see, there's a lot of zombies. Shoot the canisters on the ground if you can aim at them properly, and blow up some more zombies. Your teammates will help you out, especially somebody like Yoko who has a lot of items on her, so she can hold the ammo and stuff. Let her use the health items, let Kevin use his health items. She's got a shotgun, which definitely comes in handy. I have a Magnum, at least 1. When that comes in handy, we got a bunch of firearms. So it's basically just whittling down the zombies until the police come to save us. So you have to destroy a certain quota. I'm not sure. I think it's between 20 and 25 zombies or something like that on normal. I don't know how much it is on hard and very hard. But yeah, once you get them down to enough, then the ending will start. So, and hopefully you can have all your teammates there with you. I had to go through this multiple times because I just either didn't have enough ammo, or I just got hit at an inopportune time and didn't have a chance to get rescued. Also, one thing too about this game that they added is that if you're on the ground in danger and there's a health item on the ground, you can pick the health item up off the ground and use it. And if it's an item, health item, you can use it and it'll help you stand up. And it'll put you in danger, but at least you won't be dying. So that's another thing that can help you too. Don't think just because you're on the ground that everything's all lost. Also too, if you use the ad-libs, you can actually ask one of your teammates to pick you up. So sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. I think I did a few shorts where that just didn't help. But it's doable. It's doable.
Hey! Hey!
Yoko, can I please have some bullets? She's got 60 of them and I need them. If she can just get me... Thank you. Okay, so maybe we can get out of this now. It's like, goodness gracious.
Is this everyone? What about Marvin?
Move! Go, go, go!
Marvin!
Don't worry about me. Just get going.
No way! I'm not leaving you behind!
Whoa! Oh my God!
I don't cry so easily. I'm not the type to lose control of my emotions. Letting your feelings take control doesn't solve anything. All I can do is push those memories as deep inside myself as I can and wait for them to die.
Goodness, Alyssa. I mean, you could at least show some type of emotion besides just dead inside.
I'm not dead yet.
Alright guys, get ready for the finale coming super soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.